mission this time is to secure these 2 new frames or to destroy them. To complete this mission, you are expected to make whatever sacrifices are necessary.
Even if it costs us the colony.
Viola. Axe and I will secure target Alpha after we enter through the colony shaft. You go in through the skylight with Slash and Night Ray.
I'll carry out diversionary tactics.
After that, you will confirm target Bravo is secured.
Roger.
Viola.
Yes, sir.
Don't let your personal feelings intrude. Over and out.
Well, it's time to play.
Minor technical difficulties. Crossing your fingers. I'm crossing mine. I have to be a little quiet because I'm right next door to my neighbour's bedroom, but I just want to kind of give everything a bit of a test. Also, it looks like I have been kicked from all of my stuff. Why? Give me 1 second, I just need to check some bits. Apparently we are. We're running. But there is no... Why is that bugged? Is there no way I can reset you? Refresh. There should be 4. There we go. Right, if anyone has messaged me over the last few minutes, I do apologise. It just seems like everything has completely broken. And I've just had to... Let me just make sure my control pad works now, because it wasn't working a minute ago, so I had to restart everything. Or the, restart the game. I think my neighbour's already getting pissy with me. I think I just heard him throw something at the wall. Which is utterly ridiculous, because they're the loudest people under the fucking sun. I am making this one a bit late. Right, now we need to go to EPS2, which is what we needed to do yesterday. I believe it's EPS2 we needed yesterday. But we were locked out because of a force field, and it took me a wee while to find the code. You have to kind of go zone hopping to find the code. Nothing particularly difficult, but...
The objects on the summits are EPS antennas.
Took a little while.
Destroy the underground emergency EPS generator.
I kind of want to go around and blow all these guys up, so I shouldn't, but
we will hold battle position.
Yeah, see, they're learning, so sometimes ranged attacks doing...
We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle
hang on.
position.
Oh, I see what's going on here. 1 second. And this is exactly what I need to test. So, why is it doing that? Where's video? See that blur? That is a camera effect being applied to OBS camera microphone. Yeah, I'm trying to find the... Here we go. There we go. Silly fucking thing. So some effects were turned on to onto my capture card, because my phone is currently being connected up as a camera. Let me just turn that off then for now. Because that's going to annoy me very, very much. See, this is why you have to test everything. Oh, I just said to a mate, actually, funny enough, I just said that there would be teething issues doing this. Because I've moved into a space smaller than most people's guts right now. So literally my knees are touching the cabinet that I'm sat at. We'll see. See how this works. I'm planning on a little 15-inch monitor.
We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy.
Ooh.
We have shot down the enemy. Enemy backup force is approaching our location.
Where?
We will hold battle position. Enemy backup forces are in battle position. We are surrounded by enemies.
No, we're not.
We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. Damage index exceeding 50%. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
We need to find the one of the groups with Metatron. There. Level 4.
We will hold battle position.
Not traditionally a type of enemy I have a problem with, but you see.
We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We will cease battle position.
Full health. Beautiful.
We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We will cease battle position.
Okay, I don't know if I've done the right thing. I don't think we have the password. Keep trying to twin stick it. It's not going to twin stick, silly bugger. Oh, we do.
We need
No.
the passcode.
We can't do it.
Let us depart for now and take care of other important matters.
Did I not already get... Did I not already get it? Heavier suits turn up first time. There are no... There are no purple smashy orbs here. Huh. Wouldn't it be funny if the thing I need is in the tunnel of the first one? Did I find the item that was in the tunnel of the first one? I don't remember. Or did I just skip it? No, my luck, that's going to be the requirement. It's in the tunnel of the first DPS unit.
We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle.
Not my problem.
We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy.
I've always loved the close combat in this, though. I know it's really simple, but just...
We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle. We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
There's nothing here, is there?
We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We will cease battle position. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
Why was I just doing the trigger then? War again.
We have obtained the Metatron ore. We will hold battle position. Enemy backup forces are in battle position. We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching.
Get rid of the big boy berries, because...
We have shot down the enemy. Enemy backup
I've always
force
had trouble
is
with the big
approaching
guys.
our location.
Always.
We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. Damage index exceeding 50%. We have shot down the enemy. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. Enemy backup forces are in battle position. We have shot down the enemy.
That's what
We
we
have
want, though.
obtained the Metatron ore. We will cease battle position.
I don't remember how this bit goes, to be honest with you, so I could just be stuck at this point in the game forever.
We will hold battle position.
You son of a bitch. Ow. I can do that too,
We
piece
have
of
shot
shit.
down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We will cease battle position. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
I am aware. Right, where is... Let's go straight on. There's only one turn, but I always cock it up. I'm sure we did it, though. Yeah, I've gone the wrong way. It's green, so I've already been there. Sure we did.
We have obtained the program.
Oh.
We have obtained a Raptor control module. With it, you can operate an unmanned orbital frame which is not currently under control by remote.
So I can control those skeletons? Wait a moment, Ada. Raptors are not affected by energy fields.
Nope.
Because they lack vital life forms, they are not affected by EPS.
That means we could guide a raptor into the passage.
It is highly possible.
Let's give it a try. Where's
That
their
wasn't
raptor
Zone
not
1.
under
What an
control?
idiot.
I do not think there is a raptor which is untouched. We must find one which is relatively undamaged by stray shots, or otherwise unaffected by the battle with Earth LEV forces. Those raptors which have fought against Jehuti are therefore not suitable.
You mean we must find a raptor which is undamaged and fully functional?
I think I saw one somewhere.
Of course she did. Ow, ow.
We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
So have it. Oh, son of a bitch.
We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
Isn't there one just like laying down somewhere, like roadside or something? Selfie says, like, yeah, I saw one. I said, did you? Where did you see that, love? Branches like that fun.
Enemy backup forces are in battle position. We are surrounded by enemies.
Yeah, I know, yeah. What part of unborn is that for fun, don't you? Don't you understand? Oh god, slow down.
We are heading for the outer area of the battle
Oh
zone.
god. Bullets,
We
my
have
only
shot down
weakness.
the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position.
I think it's in one of the. That might be in one of the towns. I could be wrong there.
We have shot
And
down
no,
the
my luck is
enemy.
probably also in.
Enemy backup force is approaching our location. Enemy backup forces are in battle.
It's probably in
position.
zone 2.
We have shot down the enemy.
Yeah, that node that we just got that gave us that ability was one of the things that I got lost and couldn't find
We have obtained the
when we first went through
Metatron
PS1.
ore. We will hold
I was like, oh,
battle
sorry, I'll get it later. Like, that was the thing we were looking for, Nugget.
We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone. We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
Where is there a raptor not under control?
Oh, I don't think I'd ever heard him do something like that before. That's quite surprising. It's in one of the towns, is it not, that it points out that there are suits just chilling out, just laying there on the floor. But then one would assume that there were suits already in battle, so...
Damage to the surroundings increasing.
Nothing to do with me. Actually, you know what? No, I'm wiping them out. Fuck them.
We will hold battle position. Enemy backup forces are in battle position. We have shot down the enemy. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. Enemy backup forces are in battle position. We have shot down the enemy. Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle.
It's not me though, it's them.
We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We have obtained the item. We will hold battle position.
You get a lot more slowdown tonight.
Increasing due to battle. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy.
Hello, Jet. How you doing, mate? Yeah, I got given the go-ahead a little while ago. I'm not streaming a huge amount at this point. But I have just moved to an area that is uncomfortably small for most people. I could have swore.
We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone. Colony damage increasing due to battle.
I could have swore this is where I was supposed to be, but I have to be somewhat quiet because my I think my neighbours have already started complaining about the noise of me talking. I'm right next door to their. I'm in the master bedroom, so I'm right next door to their bedroom.
We will cease battle
That's
position.
hilarious because I get noise complaints from quite possibly the loudest people.
We will hold battle position. Colony damage increasing due to battle. Enemy backup forces are in battle position. We are surrounded by enemies.
Yeah, it's pretty dire as far as space is concerned.
We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We
This
have
is nice at the
obtained
moment because it's all one
Metatron
cable.
ore.
Sound dampening foam, dude. I don't use any.
We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We will cease battle position.
All of my rooms are untreated because it's
We
a
will
rental.
hold battle position. Colony damage increasing due to battle. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
Nah, see, that won't work on my neighbours. It won't work on my neighbours because they complain. They say that my voice is too loud. Though, in fairness, though, they'd complain if I was outside.
We will hold
So,
battle position.
You know, they are quite possibly the noisiest people I've ever lived near. Will make
Damage increasing due to battle.
constant noise, obnoxiously so. And then, as soon as someone makes any noise that they can hear, they complain to no end. So,
We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
yeah, see, that'd be wonderful. That would be wonderful. I just can't see the point at this point. I'm pretty, downtrodden, Jet. Just not worth the hassle in a lot of cases. But so far, I think this is working all right. Like I say, it's uncomfortably
We are
tight
heading for the outer
in here
area
for
of
most
the
people.
battle
Like, if I
zone.
weighed any more than I do, I don't think I'd be able to do this. I mean, I've got audio, not purposely recorded audio of my neighbours, but like, say I've been on like a voice message or whatever with someone, or I've been on live streams, there is clear as day audio of their children screaming in the background and fighting and calling each other cunts and using language that is definitely against terms of service. And I remember at one point, I say this quite often, like, but a few times, like I can remember when one of my other neighbours got into a fight with his girlfriend, and people assumed it was coming from this house. But they thought it was like my wife and her friends, like a couple of my wife's friends fighting or whatever. And I was like, no, that's my neighbours. They're like, holy shit, it sounds like they're right next door to you. I was like, well, I'm using a fucking headset microphone. I was at the time and I am now. And it's like the fact that people could hear my neighbours as clear as day. I mean, I've been in calls with people, and they've said, like, it sounds like the neighbours' kids are in the same room as me. It's just fucking, it's nuts. Wait, I don't have to fight them, do I? Can I just pull one away? What am I looking for?
We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone. We have shot down the enemy.
But as always, Salvis is absolutely no use to us at all.
We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
Oh, I have done. I do use noise cancellation and a noise gate, but they still... The trouble is, if you end up over a certain... So noise cancellation's great, except it's programmed to allow through voice, right? Well, obviously, if my neighbours are screaming at each other, that's a voice, just loud. It's not actively trained on my voice, so it'll let through other voices. And again, a noise gate will only block stuff that's of a certain volume, so I've tried it, I use it, it doesn't always work. But I always have to, that's why for the longest time, I was actively telling people, like, hey yo, if you hear kids screaming or fighting, if you hear language that you find objectionable that isn't coming from me, that's my neighbour's kids, or it's my neighbour's, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just going to have to kind of stomach it or leave kind of thing. Because there was a time when some stuff was happening that was heard on mic, aside from the other neighbours fighting. And I said, I'm not doing anything about it, they're not my kids. And I can't remember who it was, but someone said that's not the right thing to say, just because like they assumed I was talking like as if they were my stepkids or something. I was like, no, what I meant was they're my neighbour's children, so there is actively nothing I can do about it. That was something to the effect of, like, it's your duty as a parent to discipline them and blah blah blah. I said, no, they're not my kids.
We are heading for the outer area. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
Oh mate, I wish.
We have obtained the Metatron ore.
Be nice if that were a thing, but here, no. I can't remember where I'm supposed to get the suit from. They aren't, but it only works if you got to remember though, active noise cancellation is only going to work in real time.
The objects on the summits are EPS antennas. Destroy the underground emergency
I don't know if it would
EPS
actually work on
generator.
that kind of scale.
We will hold battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position.
Right.
Enemy backup forces are in battle position. I recommend you stand back a certain distance and attack the enemy one by one. We have shot down the enemy.
Almost leveled up again. I just noticed the I've actually only just noticed the experience bar.
We have shot down the enemy.
Shit.
We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
I mean, in theory, that's how
We will hold
phasing and
battle
that's how
position.
regular noise cancellation works. But like I said, that's a hell of a
We have
scale
shot down the enemy.
to set up. I mean, Christ, if that was a thing that you could actively do, then it'd be great if every fucking house, every flat in the UK had that kind of setup. Like, could you imagine that membrane between the walls?
We will hold battle position.
Oh God, put the fucking beam down.
We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
I'm sure the robot was in one of the towns, but clearly I'm too stupid
We
to.
will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
I haven't got the pass yet, have I? No.
We need the passcode.
Because the idea that the headphones are isolating, because that's how a pair of headphones works. The idea is that it would have to. I don't really know if I'd be able to actually oversimplify the idea of noise cancelling into the idea of blasting sound back at them is one thing, but it has to be cancelled out to my ears. But then that would also have to be cancelled out to microphones and all that kind of stuff as well. So that's a hell, like I said, it's a hell of a scale to do so.
Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
I mean, if space was if space wasn't at such a premium, I'd just literally just treat all of the rooms to be soundproof. But I already don't have the space to set anything up as is, so. I mean, that's why I'm on a laptop right now and not on my PC. So. If the sound is at the same frequency over an isolated area, yeah. Because there's always going to be bleed and reverb.
We have shot down the enemy.
So the idea is that a pair of noise cancelling headphones will take sound that it hears, invert it, and then blast it into your ears. To that effect, like it that's not the right way to explain it. But the idea being that because it's only having to affect just a small area, but in the case of if you were to then try to do that over a set of speakers in an open environment, you'd probably have to factor in a lot more than just, you know, a set of ear cups.
We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle.
I mean, the theory behind it's solid. It's just, you know.
We have shot down the enemy. We are heading for the outer area of the battle.
I mean, you could do it, but then that again. That also requires quite a bit of space.
We will hold battle position. Colony damage increasing due to battle. We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy.
That, and I'd be curious as to how that would affect. There's not really noise per se. Noise is a problem that's affecting me. In my neighbour's case, it's more vibration. Because obviously they're picking up on the bass in my voice. So I mean, as you say, I could put some sound dampening up on the wall, but space is at a premium. Where's the bit where they shoot?
We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
I'm completely clueless. I'm not looking it up, though. I refuse to look it up. I'm not going to be one of those scumbags that looks up the incredibly obvious thing. So I just have to keep traveling around and blowing things up.
We have obtained the Metatron ore.
Get one of those things singers use for practicing, like what, a fucking vocal booth. Dude, do you know what? If I could set, just randomly speaking of vocal booths, if I could set up a vocal booth in this, like this corner of the room, that'd be great. But I don't think the wife would be particularly happy with that. Let's be fair, it's been a battle just to be able to like live stream and stuff. So the idea of then setting up a vocal booth is not going to happen. I'm sure it was in one of the towns. I am sure it was in one of the towns. I don't remember which one. Which one we found southeast? Was it Town 1 or Town 2? You know what I need? It's just to bin off living next to people. I need to like go fucking Unabomber on it and just go and live in a cabin in the woods.
We will hold battle position.
Damn it.
We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone. We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. Damage to the surroundings.
Guys, cut it out.
Battle. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have shot down the enemy.
It's like rich people houses, I don't know anything about it. Plus, like, pretty much everyone in the colony's dead, so doesn't really matter. Ow, ow. Ow. My God.
We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have shot down the enemy. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have obtained the Metatron ore. We will cease battle position.
It does?
We will hold battle position.
I don't think we have Costco around here.
Our location. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. We have shot down the enemy. We have shot
Just give me a second, I need to reply to some text.
We will cease battle position.
Is that something you're thinking of using, dude? There we go. I'm just going to send you a picture in a sec, chap. Hang on. If I accidentally send you a cock shot, it's, well, I totally meant to do it. I think that's the one. Yeah, what's that boil on the tip about? There we go. Konnichiwa, Annie. How you doing, Gov? I can't remember where I've got to go. This is ridiculous. Like I say, Salvise is such a useless turd. I think I saw a robot you can capture. Did you, Salvise? Maybe.
We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
The boil's ribbed for extra pleasure, huh? Excellent. I'm cool with that.
We have obtained
Oh,
the
here it
item.
is. This is the bad guy suit.
I
There.
will begin to control the Raptor. We will send the Raptor to the
I thought it
EPS
was there.
antenna facilities. Agreed? After reaching there on autopilot, you will have to manipulate it. There will be a battle.
A battle between similar raptors?
Raptors do not recognize an enemy using vision.
Alright, let's do it.
By the way, if our remote-controlled Raptor is destroyed, it could cause fatal damage to Jehuti's artificial intelligence.
Oh.
So be careful.
And then you can be warm. You can be warm, Annie. That'll be great. Also, just a note, Slime VR not shipping until December at the earliest. Right. It's only a level 4. I don't like the idea of not engaging in combat, but I don't fancy engaging in combat because I don't know how this thing fights.
We will hold battle position.
Like that.
Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle
No
position.
bunch. Piss off.
We are heading
Okay.
for the outer area of the battle zone.
Yeah,
Yes!
December for
We
people who have
made it
already
out!
ordered. Okay.
We have shot down the enemy. We
That
will
wasn't so
cease
bad.
battle position.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this will be like...
We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore.
Also, take a note of the McDonald's M's on the floor. Oh, please go away. Ow.
We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
Oh, a dead end?
The EPS reactor is ahead. Our target, the generator, is over here.
Now what?
Oh, hang on. Let me just check just to be... I'm pretty sure I didn't just go full. I did. Okay. Ugly, ugly.
Destroy the emergency EPS generator.
Ow.
We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We have obtained the program. I have activated the anti-stealth module.
Anti-stealth?
By extracting the visionary traits and differences in substance, the module helps us to visualize an object virtually. In other words, we will see what we could not see.
Yes, it is a bit cramped here, Jet. And by cramped, I mean it's pretty tight. By pretty tight, I mean my knees are touching wood right now. Ow. No.
We have destroyed a porter. We have destroyed a porter. Destroy the emergency EPS generator. We have destroyed a porter. We have destroyed a porter. We have destroyed a porter. Vector trap has been released. We have obtained the Metatron ore.
Oh. Well, that would have been useful. No, it's full of stuff. If it's something I have to do to disrupt the use of the room, even whilst I'm in here, it's not ideal. That's the issue I've had with previous rooms as well.
Huh? I see something like a small crack.
This view shows the traits of an object. It indicates that point is weaker than the surrounding matter. You will need to do a highly accurate pinpoint attack.
Yeah, mate, I do.
I did it! It opened!
Well, my shed. You mean when I had my setup in the garage for that brief moment?
Destroy the emergency EPS generator.
Long time ago, man.
Destruction of the emergency EPS generator is confirmed. The EPS
There's
has
power
ceased
out there, but the
functioning.
damp kills
The
everything.
energy field in the surrounding skies should be clear by now. Let us proceed.
So the main reason I moved out of there is because obviously when the kids were little, they kept coming out middle of the night or late in the night, and they're little, scared of the dark. You know, you didn't want them to have to keep coming out when they're wet in their onesies and that, bless them. And so that's why I moved everything into the house. But in moving everything into the house meant that I didn't have anywhere to do things quietly. Well, that space has now been occupied, should we say. So it's not free for me to use. It's not free for me to use anymore, so... I mean, Inky's been using that space now for... Well, I keep forgetting I haven't done big old vlogs for a while, but Inky has been using those spaces now for years. Like, I've not had a proper space in forever, so... Now watch as everyone dies. Yeah, she's using all of them, all the spaces. If there's a space that Inky can put art supplies, there's art supplies in it.
Let me indicate with a marker the buildings which have vital activity.
Try not to fight near the people who didn't escape.
That's not up to me, Selvies.
We will hold battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching our location.
Ow.
Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the Metatron ore.
We have. Well, the thing is, the setup I'm using now is actually technically my backpack streaming rig. So I mean, for the longest time, I'd been streaming with a headset, small capture card rig, audio mixer. Not quite at the point where I could fit the whole thing in my back pocket, but it fits in into like a 7-liter backpack.
We will hold battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have shot down the enemy. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have shot down the enemy.
That's one of the other reasons why people haven't seen me do VR stuff in quite some time, because other than the minor health complaint, I've not had space for it.
We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle.
No, it isn't. It's not my battle. They're doing something. It's nothing to do with me.
We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
Oh my god, how many squads do they need?
Civilian casualties increasing due to battle.
Where?
Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle. We will hold battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have shot down the enemy.
I'm gonna
Enemy
lose
backup
points for
force is
that.
approaching our location. Enemy backup forces are in battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We have shot down the enemy. Current
Oop.
damage increasing due to
Sorry,
battle.
survivors.
Enemy backup force
I'm
is
not.
approaching our location. Enemy backup forces are in battle position. We have shot down the enemy. Civilian casualties
Not my
increasing
fault.
due to battle. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching our location.
And again, we're like, you didn't even try. It's like, dude, I let the guy hit me.
We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone. We have shot down the enemy. Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle. We will cease battle position.
Oh, this is a note. You'll know of
We have
Darren
obtained
Kitchen of
the
Hack
Lifeline
5Jet.
4.
Me and him actually did moto streams back in the day, back in like 2011 or something like that. 2011,
We will hold
2012.
battle position. Enemy backup force is approaching our location. Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle.
Yeah.
We have shot down the enemy.
Darren,
We will
Darren did a
cease
load of stuff
battle
back in the
position.
day. I did a load of stuff back in the day. There was actually a time, if I remember correctly, that Darren was supposed to be at work. Like,
We
I think this was
will
like
hold
early
battle
days
position.
Hack 5, before
Enemy
Hack
backup
5 maybe.
forces are in battle position.
He was
Damage
supposed to
to
be
the
working,
surroundings increasing due to battle.
and he had automated his job to the point that they didn't even realize he wasn't at work. He was like over here. He was in the UK.
We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy. We have shot down the enemy.
I stopped watching Hack 5 not long after Larry got done. And they tried to extract into the... Fuck off, civilians! Like, the guy's stuck. I can't fight him. He's stuck.
Colony damage increasing due to battle. We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the
I suppose I could have gone and pawed his dumb ass through the bridge, but...
We will cease battle
Oh well.
position.
See if he's gone. I used to blow up the cities just for fun, so the fact that anyone has survived at this point is, they should feel lucky.
We will hold battle position. We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
No.
We will cease
I didn't
battle
mean to
position.
escape. I didn't want to
We
escape.
will hold battle position.
I pressed the wrong button. I want to do...
We have shot
So I think
down.
something might happen to Darren again, and because he had a bike accident
We have
a long
obtained
time
the
ago as well.
Megatron ore. Confirmed all the enemy frames are destroyed. I will report damage to neighboring areas from this battle. There are a few damaged buildings. A few were injured or killed. This was predictable
quite
by
some
your
time ago.
capabilities as a frame runner.
This is quite some time ago. Quite some time ago. Pineapple's been around for years. This is a no. Pineapple's been... Like, I don't even know what version Pineapple's on now. That's fucking ancient. I'd like one, though. I'd like one of the newer ones. They're very pretty. Ducky might have been quite new. I'm not entirely sure. It's been quite some time. Oh, yeah. It might have been the... Because they were selling them with the power banks, weren't they? For... like field work. Or it might have been the same time as the Hack RF was a thing. Yeah, war driving. It might have been the same time as Hack RF was a thing.
What's up?
That facility, Jehuti's artificial intelligence.
Would have been. Do they even still make Hack RF?
There isn't any reason
Not
to go there
Hack
now.
5, obviously.
Should
Yes,
the
that's
need
not by
arise,
them. But
this is where
is
it
that
is
even still a
located.
thing
I
being made?
see. So that is your home?
Such an expression is not suitable. It is of no use to try to personify me.
I see.
Oh, really? That'd be pretty
I
neat.
detect a high energy reaction ahead.
Too late!
It will have no influence on our battle capabilities. I deduce it to be a raptor type. I can give you 13 different clear-cut reasons if you wish me to.
Ada, what are you talking about?
The estimated superiority index is 50%. You can easily dispose of him.
You say easily to win over that gigantic thing?
Certainly. Your irrational actions have driven this frame into a crisis. They have managed to learn Jehuti's guiding principles.
Enough of that. What the hell is happening to you?
Leo, let's get away from here.
Colony damage increasing due to battle.
Wow, one shot. So we do have to leave. Whoops. Can we leave? Can we leave? I don't remember if you can escape this battle, can you?
I detect a high energy.
Oh, you can. Huh. Surprise.
Listen, Leo.
What is it?
You moved the enemy's orbital frame, didn't you?
Oh, uh-huh.
I saw a strange message on the monitor while we were in battle. Maybe you didn't notice it.
Wait a minute. let me check. What is it? What? Infected with a virus? The program was infected with a virus.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Oh, I know! The laboratory where Ada was made is near here. If we go there, we might find something like a vaccine.
Leo, why don't we go there?
City 2 can wait. Right, I'm going to call this one done. This is mainly just a test to see if I could fit and stream in the upstairs space. I think it's worked out okay. What do you guys think? I mean, this going to sound the same as any of my more recent streams, in theory, because it is using all the same kit and all the same setup. Tomorrow, with luck, I'll have an actual microphone set up. Let me see if I can show you guys what it looks like from where I'm sitting. New enterprise grade pineapples, that'd be sweet. I did just save, didn't I? I did, didn't I? 23rd, that's now, isn't it? Yeah, already done it. Okay. I'm now going like Japan buttons and then UK buttons, right? Let's see if this works. If you end up like, I don't know, again, if you see like nudes or anything, or seeking my dildo collection, apologies. Right, so if we go to this one, I don't know if this is going to work. Ah, there we go. Hey, check it out. So right now we're connected up to my phone. Hi. So the setup we're in, I love this. Like I've actually got a wireless camera. So this is where I'm sat. There's my knees are right here on the knobby bits of the. I can actually kick there, so my knees rest between the drawers. The chair doesn't actually fit, so if I turn the chair, I hit the wall. So if I lean back, I hit the wall, or if I lean too far back, I hit this fireplacey bit. Right. There's the microphone setup I want to use tomorrow, so I can then swing this round, and I just don't have a cable here. Monitor. Like literally, this is the only space I've got. I'm like a hand away from the wall, like from thumb to finger to the wall. Monitor, laptop. I've bracketed my audio box to this like I don't know, like divider. The wife used to have these when she used to work in a tattoo studio. Internet's there underneath Napa. Yeah, it's like 4 feet given my hands, I suppose. I mean, come on, dude, they're only like, it's like 8 inches, so it's not that bad. Light, also magic armed to the thing, and what I want to do tomorrow is put like bolt a camera onto, because there's like this metal shelf thing taking up a huge chunk of the what's it called? So bolt one of my cameras to it, and then that way I'll have my full audio set up. But that is the entire rig. Then this side is bed, this side wall, and this is it. Like this is literally all of the space that I have to work with, and then that. So I don't think I'm doing too bad. I don't think it's too bad. This is just so that I can come upstairs, shut a door, and then because the family, bless them, were kind of trying to stay out of my way so that I could do certain things, and it started to get kind of awkward doing podcasts and game nights and stuff like that with people. And then that whilst I was downstairs, if anyone walked through, people didn't like it that I was editing. So if I was editing audio or whatever, because I take quite a bit of time doing it, fine-tooth combing it and stuff. But then they'd also didn't like the idea that they had to kind of be quiet to stay out of the way, so that because if they made noise, I spent more time editing. But then if they were quiet, I wouldn't have to edit as much, but they'd have to be quiet, so it was an inconvenience. So yeah. Joys. So this is the groove. But if you look, the entire room is literally packed full, pretty much. There's not really a whole lot I can do about it. So, yeah. Hopefully it sounded all right. As I say, we'll have a proper microphone and that set up tomorrow. This used to be or is technically my portable setup. Because I just have to unscrew the audio box. Like I just need to unscrew that, unplug one cable here. Oh, and all the other stuff. I don't know if I can. Hang on. I don't know if this is gonna work. Can I turn on the light? Yeah. Oh, hang on. Just pause the. There we go. Is that gonna work? Or is that? Oh, okay, so as soon as continuity turns on, I can't use the light. But underneath the table, you'll see this is where like all the. Well, you can't really see it. This is where all the like the Steam Deck and stuff would be. I've got like a breakfast tray where my laptop would go. My other laptop would go for like PC stuff. But right now I've just got the Steam Deck here connected up to a Nintendo Switch dock. But the annoying thing is to get audio from here through this. Because of the way the EDID on this is knackered, the EDID thing. So as soon as you plug in a Steam Deck, and you plug in pass-through, the audio stops working. The audio stops coming through. And because I still want to hear the sound in my headphones rather than through a TV set, I have to plug in a second USB cable, and then tell the Steam Deck to sound card it, like use the external sound card, which is this box. So I couldn't just, use a microphone and the speakers because it just passes the audio. It mutes all the audio from the speakers and then says sound card it through here. So I have to wear headphones. It's one of the only capture devices I've got that does that. And it's really, really, really annoying because Steam Deck otherwise would just work with every other HDMI device. But it's work with what you got. But then that also means that if I play Switch or anything like that, then in theory, because I'm now using the Switch dock to do the same thing, I'm using the Switch dock with the cable coming out of it. That is going to potentially try and push Switch audio through here. And it's just more cables that don't need to be here. Like realistically, you only need in, out, one cable, and should just either be microphone and headphones if you wanted microphone and headphones hooked up to this. But because of that issue with the Steam Deck audio, you have to have the extra cables hooked up. So, but yeah. Do I need all of that? Could I get away with a microphone or a headset microphone and an Elgato? Sure, but I'd still need to be able to hear the game audio, which I'd need to then get an output from either the capture card or use a TV speakers. But or if I was just playing on PC, then it wouldn't matter because everything's obviously all blended into one through, because you've got all your stuff going through one machine. But yeah, so this is my joyful little corner setup. Not too bad. Not too bad. Realistically, I don't think anyone would notice once I get the microphone and all that in place if I was sat on my PC downstairs. Yeah. I don't like people wouldn't be able to tell the difference realistically between this and say my big PC downstairs. Like no one would know. And this is a baseline Apple laptop. The reason why we're using the Apple laptop is it literally runs on you can charge the thing on 30 watts and it'll run all day. Like if I unplug the cable, it'll run for about 2 hours live streaming. You can charge it off of a mobile phone battery. One of the mobile phone USB battery banks and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I've got a chair. I haven't had a chair in ever. I don't think I've had a chair since I had the garage space when the kids were about 3 or 4 at that time. And they're now teenagers. And occasionally when I was at my PC downstairs, which was just a dining room chair. And other than that, I'd sit on the floor. I haven't had a proper actual chair in ages. This is ridiculous. Proper pro, mate. Right. Yeah, they're fucked. They're fucked. So the servers in the garage, when the roof was fucked, all those years ago, and the landlady paid to get the roof replaced, we had to get a lot of stuff out. We didn't get a lot of stuff out. The arcade stuff stayed in there and that, and we just put because they needed room to move. We just put tarp over everything, right? But the servers I wanted to move because there was a lot of money's worth of kit there, and so we paid a removal company to get the servers out. They got them out, and when they moved them back in, the bit outside of where my garage is a hill. There's a slope. But not only is it a slope, it's off camber. So it's got like imagine a W shape. And so when they bring their van down, they had to negotiate that W shape and the hill. And there were only, I think it was only 1 or 2 people trying to move a very big server cabinet full of servers, full of hard drives. There was like a couple of SAS. I don't remember, but drive arrays in there. It was heavy as fuck. And a bloke almost crushed his leg. He dropped the cabinet when he was trying to roll it up. And it bent all the cabinet out of shape. So you can't shut the door on it or anything. To be honest with you, I was so disheartened. I didn't even bother trying to turn it back on. So, I mean, let's be fair. Big old impact like that. The cabinet itself is pretty fucking heavy. If that had fallen, if it had landed on the guy's leg, he would have probably needed some pretty serious surgery. That was dangerous. But they were doing it as a favor. They were trying to do it on the quick, and so things didn't go quite well for him. And as I said, then the server got dropped, and I didn't complain. But yeah, so the server and they're still out there, but it's so slow now. It's such an old server. You can still do stuff with it, but it's old. It's loud. You can now buy like micro PCs that are just as powerful as those rigs out there were. They just really were for me just massive storage arrays. But yeah, probably fucked because of the damp, fucked because of the drop. I mean, my old PC, one of my old PCs is down there underneath the orange box. If you remember the PC I had when we lived in the plague house, that's still there, and that got partially fucked because of damp, because that used to be out there as well. That's what I streamed on back in the day. Still got all the same capture cards and audio devices and stuff in it. But yeah, that's that. Anyways, I'm gonna head off. It's all annoying, Jet, to be fair. Nothing has really worked out as we expected it to, or as we planned for it to. I've been kind of taking a back seat for a long time, and it's been stressful. I've done the vlogs. The vlogs were kind of my release, and but that all went in the bin quite some time ago, as you know. And I've not really had much of a release since. You know, I've had to kind of make it work, but I've not been able to give anything my full effort. I could have done, but obviously when you start getting put into situations like this, you start to have confidence issues, and that's what I started to have. Like I was like, am I going to be able to do the best that I can do in this? And if I felt even a little bit that I couldn't, I didn't even start. And so that I've had like tons and tons and tons of projects that I've wanted to do that have just been completely in the bin, and now I don't actually think my skills are quite up to snuff anymore. So oh well. You know. Well, considering us a little, I appreciate that, Jack, considering us just a cheapy little headset mic. I say cheapiest. Well, I think you can buy them on Amazon right now for Black Friday for about 80 quid. But I think this microphone has a reasonable pickup for my voice. It sounds a bit squidgy in the mids, but it's not too bad. So I've done a bit of EQ on it. It's got a bit of compression on it through the box. I settle that up. That little box isn't actually too bad, with the exception of the issue with the Steam Deck audio. That's actually Linux in general. That box doesn't like. The headphones are, or were, I think by default, like £80. I think the microphone is about £60. I think in the grand scheme it comes in at around 150 normally, but it's I think it's all right. It's come out all right. It's not as good as if I was using a proper microphone. My voice does tend to blow out microphones like this quite easily, but I think it's all right. Yeah, Linux and audio not ideal. I mean, it's not too bad. But the weird thing is though, Jet. Let me just unplug the Steam Deck from here. Here we go. Right. The weird thing is, hang on. There we go. Right. So the weird thing is, if you plug this into that box, right, into this, if you plug the Steam Deck into here, the audio will be captured through HDMI, yeah, until you plug in pass-through. Audio will go through this, through HDMI, like everything else, until you plug in the pass-through HDMI cable. If you plug into this monitor, the sound doesn't come through. If you plug into that television back there, which is a very old Panasonic that the wife and I have had since we got together, that has sound. It's the EDID, it's the electronic doobly-doo, the handshake thing that it does to say, what can this thing do, right? None of my monitors like this and the Steam Deck. But the Panasonic works fine. That Panasonic specifically over there. I've tried 1, 2, 3, I think 4 monitors, 4 or 5 monitors, and only that Panasonic over there likes this and the Steam Deck. You plug in anything else, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, like a camera like a Panasonic, all of the sound works. What about one of those DRM strippers? Could do. Konnichiwa, Governor. Yeah, one of those could work, but I don't have one. Plus, considering this was my backpack setup, that's an extra 2 cables plus that has to go in the bag in a little box. That's how I'm actually kind of pissed how many cables are there now. So, yeah, but it does the job. Actually, hang on. Let me just see if this works. So right now, this is just coming off the iPhone built into the thing. If I go Bosh, and the wide angle lens is there. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not that bad. It's just the idea that if I want to use that box again, like outside of this rig, I have to pull all the cables. What I'll probably do is cable tie everything, and then leave them as kind of like a trunk on the desk. So then I can just unscrew the box, chuck it in my bag, because I've obviously got fucking buckets of HDMI cables and buckets of USB-C cables, right? High-speed USB-C cables. So I can still have those in my bag and just transfer the box between the 2 spots. And then when I come up here, just quickly plug it all in, because all of the processing that I've done to the microphone, like the EQ, the compressor, the noise gate, is all stored on the box now. And it's all going to be running off of the laptop. So look. Oh, hi, Ryden. 6 setup. I just popped in and recently updated part of my home stream and setup just to not stream. So what have you done? What have you changed? Because like I've got more streaming setups than I could possibly shake a stick at, to be honest. Because my main hobby for years has been audio, video, and work for some time had been audio, video photography. And so if you take away, if you were to say to me, no streaming, no video, no audio, you could pretty much throw away everything I own. I could do. I mean, Jet, at the end of the day, I think really just cable tie these, this trunk. So just cable tie it together, because this is all on a pivot. Because this has got a tripod mount on the back of it. So I've just magic armed it to the thing. Unscrew this, unplug everything, and then just literally just like I don't know, just lay it down here. Like just lay the trunk over the charger, over the charging station, and then when I come back up, plug it back in. And then so if I had, I ain't got a light. I have got an extra light. Hang on. Let's see if I can. I'm going to do something really jank. Check this out, okay? All right. We're going to see if we can use the Steam Deck to light up down here. Right, well, there's basically a dock down there. I can't see it. How do I have my other one? There's a dock down there. It's like this one. On a USB-C extension. And that's what is basically coming off of that cable there is a USB-C extension hooked into something like this. And that's where the box up there is hooked up. And then there's an HDMI splitter down there as well. HDMI switch down there that does all the other jiggery pokery. This one's a U-green. The one down there's an Anchor. This is 5 gig. USB-C is only about 10 by default. Let's have a look. Cool. Steam Deck is my main groove at this point. My main PC is pretty much out of action right now, so everything is done on Steam Deck and Nintendo Switch. Everything. And then it just all runs through this laptop. And I use, as I said earlier on in the stream, the reason I'm using this laptop right now is that I can stream in the middle of a field, as long as I've got an internet connection, I can stream in the middle of a field for about 2 hours with the Steam Deck and this laptop. And you can charge it or run it for 6 hours if you have one of those mobile phone charging banks. This will charge and stream on one of those batteries. Oh, there you go. Continuity camera on my iPhone's battery's running out. That's one thing I like about the iPhone. Continuity camera. iOS? Shit. Continuity camera? It's alright. So I've got an HDMI splitter, a new capture card to replace Elgato. Oh! So you replaced the Elgato. Okay, cool. What was wrong with the Elgato? I have to say, it's been much better than my Elgato. It's been a week since I got it. What Elgato were you using? I've used Elgato on and off for years. I'll tell you one thing that I am looking forward to. In a couple of weeks' time, I'm expecting Genki. The people who make Genki make this thing called the Covert Dock, which is a Nintendo Switch dock. They make the Covert Dock Mini, the Covert Dock. They now make the Covert Dock 2. I don't know if they called it the Covert Dock 2, but I'm looking forward to the Covert Dock 2 coming. They're sending it out to me from Kickstarter. A Shadowcast, which is a 1080p and 1440p USB stick style capture card. So it's an HDMI connection, full-size HDMI, with a USB-C cable coming off the back to capture up, like I say, 1440p. And then they have a 4K 60 capture card, the Shadowcast Pro. I'd like to give that a go. HD60S, oh my god, that thing's ancient. I have one of those. The drivers on those are trash. Absolutely trash. I have one of the OG Elgato capture cards as well. That was actually quite a nice card. I thought it was quite a nice card at the time, because that was when Elgato was primarily a Mac company, because they used to make the iTV. And then they became a streaming company. Oh, how far they've come. Long time ago. But yeah, all that kit should be coming through soon. I'm I'm really quite psyched. I'm looking forward to it. I've got boxes and boxes of streaming equipment. The trouble is, right, I'm producing this middle of the road dog shit right now, but I have enough equipment to basically set up a TV studio. I just don't have the space to do so. So what are you running tournaments in? Out of question. And let me just try. I'm going to put you down here. Whilst there, I'm going to grab my coffee. Just don't fall. There we go. A mini streaming PC. Now, I have a mini streaming PC, but it's one of those old, like Dell Optiplex DVD case size PCs. Can I just throw out there? It's amazing what you can get in hardware now, like the size of a DVD case. Like when I was younger, the idea of those machines being usable for fucking anything, not a thing. But now, oh my god. Oh my god. Like, I am such an old man. What are we here? I run fighting games for locals. Sweet. Love me some fighting game stuff. Actually, Jet will tell you, well, Jet's in the Twitch chat, that, so I've got arcade cabinets in my garage, and we had so we were setting up a Ratcade arcade tournament in the back of my garage, and we would use a jammer to RGB SCART adapter board as a board in between the arcade board and the jammer harness for the arcade cabinet. SCART out, RGB SCART out. That would then go into an upscaler like an OSSC or a FrameMeister, and then I would hook that into another machine because that output would then go into a capture card, which would then stream. So we would be streaming directly off of the actual arcade machine whilst playing fighting games. That was pretty fucking. That's pretty fun. Them were the days. I just got a Mr. FPGA. I bought a Mr. FPGA recently as well. I've got a Mr. FPGA and an analog, the Analog Pocket. However, I will say, because I was asked, so I used to make videos really regularly. I don't anymore, but one of the people who follows me and has subscribed to me for quite some time asked me to do a comparison between like these, like emulation boxes. This is the POW Kitty RGB30. I'm going to be honest with you. Unless something you want to do specifically requires FPGA, or you're hypersensitive to input lag, you don't need. But then fighting games, I would probably say, if you're going to run a fighting game tournament, use an FPGA. Yeah, so like Annie's got the groove. Hi, wife. So FPGA, right? So the trouble is, the FPGA is useful if you need accuracy, but just remember, it's only accurate as the core has been programmed. If the core isn't accurate itself, then it's no more accurate than an emulator. However, you'll still probably have less input lag because it's hardware emulation versus software emulation, so you have parallel processing versus sequential. But I do love me some fighting games. We're looking forward to Tekken 8. So me and my eldest can play through Tekken 8. He kicks my ass at Tekken 7. Kept on saying to the kid, yeah, just practice. And he beats my ass now every fucking chance he gets. It's mental. So, yeah. Button masher, mate. Fucking William would kick your ass, dude. He's a legend in these parts. Oh, my battery is running out, so I should probably, or on the phone at least, the phone camera's running out. So I should probably, hang on. There we go. I love that, I can just rotate it. and be done with it. Yeah, I'll probably head off. So we'll go through and do the old normal shout outs. Inky, Jet, Annie, Ryden. Yeah. Now the wife's fucking banging on. Right. Annie, Jet, fucking Ryden. Me, Inky, everyone else. Fuck. If I forgot you, I forgot you. Sorry. I'm now scrolling up the chat and it's broken, so everyone that was here, thanks for coming to hang out. Thanks for hanging out whilst I was still babbling on about this shite. God damn, I miss the vlogs and stuff. I miss all those old videos. And if I can't get into them old accounts, YouTube's just going to delete it all. Well, not delete it all, they're going to lock me out. So, thank you for the follow. I don't know if the notification sound played, but I got the notification, so. Right. Cool. Yeah, the notifications don't play through my headphones, so I can't tell if they work. Same with them, transitions. Transitions don't work either. All the transitions work, just the sounds don't. So, yeah. I don't actually think, can I be honest with you, I don't actually think the iPhone's camera is actually doing that bad right now. Given this is on auto exposure and there's just one light up there. But yeah, hope you guys are all good. Thanks for coming to hang out. And like I said, like Jet just said, I'll show you all with a bit of luck in the next one, which will be probably tomorrow. I'm going to have to get the boys onto streams because William has been making videos of Street Fighter. So actually, just one second. There was a comment about Street Fighter 6. I'm sure there was a comment about Street Fighter 6. Yeah, so the main games are Street Fighter 6, Guilty Gear Strive, and Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1 can suck my dick. Mortal Kombat has never been one of my games. Well, other than like Mortal Kombat 1, not the new Mortal Kombat 1, which is technically a re-release of Mortal. Right, so it's Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 9, and Mortal Kombat 1, and Mortal Kombat 1. Guilty Gear Strive is fantastic. And Street Fighter 6 is pretty fun, albeit pretty intense. At least World Tour mode, pretty heavy. Yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys.